Soon is now. Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Grippin and Rippin. As always, I'm your host, Dave Wonder. And as always, I am not solo tonight on this fine stream. I am joined by a couple of my very good friends. Granted, only one of them is on right now, and one will be coming here in a little bit because he may be a king, but he's got obligations to his family as well. So, joining us from his basement of geekyhood, it is none other than your favorite geek and mine. It's Mr. Geeky. Hi, Mr. Geeky. Oh,
hello.
hello. And then Tony will be joining us here in a little bit.
Sweet.
He is getting the children down to bed. But yes, hello, Mr. Geeky. How are you?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
I was getting Miles down to bed and didn't oversleep, but I had the music on. I was just kind of as he was asleep. So I woke up and I was like, oh God, it's showtime. So I sprinted down here and here we are.
I feel like there's this like after Halloween exhaustion. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they get the
rush. Plus I got Twin Cities Con this weekend, and on top of that, marathon stream next weekend. So that's gonna be freaking wild. I'm very, very excited. So I apologize if I'm acting like I just woke up, because I kind of did just wake up, so I apologize. But real quick, shout out to all the COJ who have been chiming off in the chat already, because we start off with the melodic Mike Mahan, We got Toy Geekosaurus. We got Fortnite in there. We got JJ. We got Mr. Geeky. We got comics. We got Mr. Geeky again. Pendergast in there. We got Shaggy Shav. What up, Penny Reviews? What up, Spike? How's it going? A Nightmare. What's up, Emilio? Emilio! What's up, Panther? Did you ever get Lord Deathman's head off? I did not. It is still on the Skeleputty, and it looks cool. I'm gonna have to heat it up to pop it off.
That's fine.
Because that sucker's on there. Speaking of that sucker being on there, hi Tony.
I thought for sure you were going to say, speaking of that sucker popping off.
This is a kids. No, it's not a kids show. That's a bold-faced lie. Hi Tony.
What's up there, babe?
Forgiven. How's it going? So yes, I have a plethora of things to bust into tonight. One of which I've been very excited to test out since I saw them try it out, and it is for the 1/6 scale collectors out there. And I'm very curious to see how these work. I got these from my buddies over at 1/6 Kit, and they are called Round Code Cover Neck Skin, which sounds really gross. Granted, but these are made for 1/6 scale figures, and I will show you in just a moment. So they cast these in, that's really gross feeling, in skin tones.
Whoa, okay, wow. All right. You just like, I was like, wait a second. What are you doing us right now?
So it looks like what I would have thought it looked like from the packaging that you're showing me.
So what? Here, 1 second. I'll show you. So what they're made to do is, of course, I grabbed a figure that it's not going to fit on because it's not designed for this one. Damn it. Yeah, I gotta get. 1 second. I gotta grab a different figure. They're made to basically go on the necks of figures, so you can put unmasked head sculpts on, and it looks like they have neck skin. Like, so it looks like the cutoff is here as opposed to way the hell up the neck.
Interesting.
I'm glad somebody else said it.
So I figured this guy is pretty topical these days with Spider-Man 2 out. So I got both light and dark skin because I wanted to try one of my Black Panthers, Anna Miles, and I wanted to try Spider-Man. So I'm going to give these a go. So, yeah.
So you can have it so it looks like there's like skin popping, like poking out from the mask type of thing.
So here I have my Yuri head sculpt of, in my opinion, my favorite of the Peter Parker looks, because the new model still weirds me out. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and putz with this real quick.
I gotta say something because I don't know how long I can hold it in. The fan plastic, the sculpts of Ghostbuster were like, oh my gosh!
They're insane.
I had to put it out there because that's
fantastic.
Alex needs to get a job with Hasbro like now.
Those were phenomenal. Every it was like there's like a there's picture after picture after picture. It was like my mouth was like I could feel the drool pooling at the just at the corners. It was good.
Shaggy, I did see that he one of our buddies actually got a picture with him. So,
yes, that was
also comics. Appreciate you, bro.
What?
We did a deal.
Oh, right on. Hell yeah.
Right on. I thought you were saying it as a general. I didn't realize you were reading the thing, and I thought you were just saying it as a general. I'm like, I like comics.
Yeah.
Tell me more. What is this we're talking about? Yeah.
Also, if anybody happens to have a spare G.I. Joe Classified Series Mole Rat, or that the Walmart exclusive Obi-Wan that's coming out and wants to get rid of it, let me know because they canceled my order.
Oh no! what is the Obi-Wan? What's
it's like it's from the last scene where he's got the T-16, 14, whatever, and he gives it to Luke, and he's got he's
the
more
T-16 Skyhopper.
He's got the goggles and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
So let's see if I can get this to work.
Exactly.
So yeah, you put it on
Walmart.
So it goes over. It's over the costume a little bit, so it looks like it's coming down a little bit more.
So it looks like they actually like pulled off the mask, which I think is pretty cool, and it's really hard to see, but like there's actually like molded skin texture on it, and like it's wild. This is really neat. So I don't know. It's something cool to make, your display something a little more unique.
Absolutely. Well, it's adding a new layer, an actual, an honest,
literally
a literal layer. Yeah.
But yeah, no, so I wanted to do this specifically. I wanted to do it before some of my Spider-Man up there because I was curious how it would look with those. So, but this guy, because I don't have the PlayStation 5, so I can't play Spider-Man 2. So I've just been watching playthroughs and videos, and it's like someday I will be able to afford that.
My son knows how to play me at this point, where that was his way of trying to say he wants a PS5. Was he's like, they have that new Spider-Man game, like.
Hey man,
he knows I would like to play that. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I do. But yeah, I don't. Not yet. It might be the thing that sways me over to. I feel like I just got a PS4 and I realized it was probably over 10 years ago at this point. When did the PS4 come out? Right. I mean,
that's kind of how I was with my PS4. I had gotten mine when the first Spider-Man game came out because I bought like it was a special pack on like Black Friday or something. And but yeah, I'm not like in the market to buy consoles when they first come out anymore because there's always so many problems with them.
Well, and that's the wild thing of the PS5's been out for like 2 years. Like it's one of those weird things where it's like they were so hard to get for so long that it's like now it's a thing. Dave, you're gonna have to get a new head sculpt for the PS5 Spidey because they changed the mocha. No, I know. Which is silly and
stupid internet.
I was gonna say you were really intense for a second, and I was like, oh, he froze for a minute.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, Tony's fucking locked in. Hello.
But yeah, so I was like, I don't know, like 6-7 months ago, I just walked into a Target one day and I was like, oh, hey there. And so I snagged one of those, and the nice thing about it is it's super backwards compatible. So like,
okay,
99% of the PS4 games will work in it. And I think if I remember reading correctly, that like at least like 70 to 75% of PS3 games work in it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, great.
So
I mean, because that was the big issue I think with PS4 was that wasn't right for a lot of the games. Yeah.
So the big thing is, so like for this, where the suit goes all the way up into the neck adapter or into the neck like that. So that's what these are made for. Whenever you see the unmasked, when they're unmasked in the movie, somehow the mask always magically cuts off here and is incredibly clean and form-fitting.
CGI.
I'm contemplating going. So I got my stash over here. One of the things I was going to bring that I was like, oh, should I have this? I don't know. And then it was like, oh, Tony's going to be here. Maybe I should, because I know you like the big kaijus.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had Dragon Zord, Super 7's Dragon Zord.
Nice.
That I was contemplating. And I was like, well,
be very careful with it.
Yeah, it's a super.
I've
people have an issue with
a lot of people. I've seen pictures of it basically looking like it exploded. So I don't know if it's because they didn't use good enough glue, or what it is, but be real careful with the legs for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I will wait. I have other Power Ranger stuff that I was going to find.
Comics just said it right there. Oh, my Super 7 Dragazord is in many pieces.
Shoot. Okay.
So maybe it was your picture that I saw comics. I just remember seeing one laying on the floor in a bunch of pieces. And
that was on the Discord.
Oh, well, okay. And I know I've seen like other pictures of people's too, where they yeah.
Well, part of the idea was I was going to let my son play with it afterwards, and I feel like if that's the case, maybe I'll hold off for the moment. Otherwise, I'm going to hear about that.
Make sure you got some super glue on hand.
Mm-hmm.
In the wise words of Scar, be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, at least they let you keep it, comics. and then you got your money back. That's the important thing.
So yeah, this
I don't
is
have
a pain
anything
in the
to
ass
open
to do, but it looks really cool.
Is the new season out yet for the Revelation?
No, it's not coming out till next year.
Oh, okay. So the figures are just coming out now in anticipation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why I think like that Skeletor is the only one that's really from like next season. Well, I mean, they put Revolution on it, but they did show her at the end of Revelation like that. I mean, I guess they kind of showed Skeletor too, but
I was going to say I felt like I remember seeing Skeletor. But we saw some of the other characters. I don't spoilers here, but we saw some of the other characters from the last season that are going to be recurring in this next season.
Well, and I know it sounds like some people are already starting to get, that looks nice. They're starting to get the Orko and Gwildor 2-pack already.
Oh, seriously? Yeah, I was excited. I mean, it looks like I had. I think the only other Gwildor I had was the original Gwildor. I feel like the Masters Classics had a Gwildor too, though. No, yeah. So maybe I did have that one too, but I like, this one looked like it had a lot of articulation to it. Yeah. I liked that face on it too. Oh, it was a hint of the old, but it was still like had a very new feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of them that are coming out that they're pretty cool. I'm excited for them.
Mark, hold up. Speaking of more about the TNT, Dan, you got to come on, man.
A little bit. It depends what it is. I know a little. I try and know a little bit about everything, but I there's some things I know a lot less about on certain subjects. I know a lot of names in Transformers. I don't know that I could tell you every plot point, but they're still fun to play with.
I'm really easily amused. This is just really tripping me out. Like it.
But now the question is will the suit bleed through that into that neck?
The gasket's rubber, so I don't think so. We'll find out, I guess. It was one of those things. I had a bunch of points on 1/6 kit, so I think I got them for like a fifth of the price or something. Because I don't think I'd buy them at full price because they're kind of stupid pricey for what they are. But I was like, I got enough points. I want to try this out, and I have enough figures that I can give it a go. So yeah, I don't know. Adds just a little touch to it that makes it look a little bit more finished, I guess. But yeah,
I was able to get the rest.
Yeah,
I'm probably more excited than anyone else about
Condiment King.
But I mean, that's the end goal here is getting to finally have a Condiment King can display as very proudly in my collection.
Hell yeah, man!
I something to relish.
Yeah. And this figure fell off my shelf, and of course it fell off my shelf when I was rearranging everything. So I have like T'Challa from the very end of the movie, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can use this head sculpt or that head sculpt, and I'm like, okay, I need more Panthers. But actually, now I'm kind of I want to see what I don't know if I can get that figure out without destroying shit.
Here's the thing. I don't know. I got this guy, Zarak. This is one I got just because I like the look of it. It wasn't. I don't know. Like Dungeons and Dragons, I know a bit about, but the characters I'm not super familiar with them. Other than that, I just really enjoy the aesthetic to them.
Yeah.
And this is like, I don't know. This is one I felt like could have fit in really nicely with some of my other characters that I have on there. I'm like, it's green. He's about the same size as the turtle. Regardless of, I know that he's he's a goblin, right? Is that accurate? Okay?
I think, yeah.
I have a good one, Mitch.
What's that?
Oh, Mitch is just saying he's heading out, but he said, but before he goes, Michael, I want to put a Hawkeye head on Tripwire so bad and make a custom Hurt Locker figure.
Oh,
put Jeremy Renner on there.
Dude, I haven't seen a Tripwire. Pender, the Gargoyles Lexington is awesome. He's right there. He's my tech goblin. He just is chilling out over there. I did have issues with the wings popping out, which was very, very frustrating. But
I thought they were like permanently attached.
Well, so the thing is they're glued into slots on the forearm. And like, I don't know if I just didn't have glue or what, but it was like, no, you do not get wings attached to the forearm. So finally I was like, bitch, yes I do. So glued the shit out of them. But yeah, no, I really like the figure. I think it's a great figure. Because I had to repair it, it sucks because that takes it out of the running for my top 10 list. But that's okay. So, which by the way, that'll be probably the week after the marathon stream will be the my list so far, and then I'm gonna wait on my top 10 for the end of the year until January, because I realized by doing it, randomly in December, I was like, I missed a lot of figures. It's like, no. Those things. But
I agree with you 100%, Brian, but kind of a good thing, because prior to this, it was like you would get 3 or 4 figures and then not have anything for like 5 months. So I mean, I guess when it rains it pours, but it also sucks if you're a Marvel Legends collector, a Power Rangers collector, G.I. Joe collector, Transformers, because it's just like from Hasbro.
But it doesn't. Wait, does that match this? No, it doesn't. All right. What the shit? Sorry.
I'm gonna crack into this, and I'm gonna get this guy open. I had
do it.
This is the only one that I did not have from that had the other like the different extra layers of.
The SDCC /con exclusive.
And I thought I got it, but apparently I didn't get it. So I was like, well, I'm glad I got the other version of it. So, yeah, I mean, to me, I can easily see when I look at the other ones on the shelf here. There's like the difference.
There's a big, yeah.
But I don't mind. I mean, this does not look. To me, this looks very much like I'll get it open, but it looks very much like the comic versions. There's not. It doesn't bother me that this is. I think it's just as I'm just as excited.
Oh yeah. Those I'm in the same boat with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I It's actually our buddy Ori in Turtle Talk, who hopefully will be making his debut soon on that lovely stream. Is he got those like the quote unquote unpainted ones, and I was like, oh well, damn, like those look pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm like just so excited for like where this line can go, because now that we've passed that hurdle of the question mark with it, whether like what's the articulation going to be like? It's
well, because they've even got a second version of the shredder coming out now too. They've got the like Amazon exclusive shredder in hell.
Yeah.
One.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah. It doesn't look a whole lot different, but it looks like he comes with like a big axe with a skull on it. It doesn't look like he comes with all of the bandanas that you get with the other one, and so
it's definitely one of those things where I feel like this is going to be one of those very hit and miss lines of like the figure is either going to be fucking fire, or it's going to be like, why did you release this variant? Like this variant makes no sense. But
so I've been following this guy ever since PowerCon, and I saw an update today, and he's still working on these things. Man, I want one of these so bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fun.
The Brody and Danhausen.
Yeah. That is so freaking cool.
Man, I gotta get this is one of those weird moments where it's like I gotta get the other T'Challa head sculpt. I think I have like five Bozeman sculpts. There we go. Did that work? That kind of works. Yeah. It is also one of those very weird things with this like neck gasket thing of because it's so thin, it's like I don't want to tear it, but that's neat.
Oh, that's fun. So you have there's this that's really cool. Oh, except for that I just bent it. But I think that's how it's meant. No, it's not. I think I just broke it.
Did you split the plastic?
Yeah, I'm gonna put this back in its holster, and we'll try it again with the other one. But I like that this is a really fun added piece to it, where it's like it has like the swoosh. That's really cool. So that's interesting. This is trying to figure out what is. Oh, this is just because you can hold the hand. This is like I don't know if you can see that, where it's like the hands are. It's a very different gripping than I'm used to.
So this ball joint sucks so badly on this Black Panther figure, but oh damn it.
That's fun.
This was one of those things where when they did this figure and they were like, yeah, we're gonna try this technology, and I was like, oh, okay, but why? And they're like, because it'll make it more articulate. And like everybody unanimously just kind of groaned because it ended up just messing shit up. Like this figure is not like it's not compatible with any other head sculpt. Ooh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Yeah. There's so much about this that just is like got me. When I saw it, like I love that it's like almost like was this the case with the original too? With like these are new, right? Where you have like it almost looks like lightsabery kind of stuff coming off.
Yeah. Those are new.
Such a nice touch. But yeah, I mean, like this detachable little buddy too is it's got my name all over it.
So it's not going on like it should, but I'm gonna try this on the new Panther, but because God, I hate this stupid head joint. looks at Tony's shrine. Yeah, it's neat. There's a lot down there. Comic says I wanted to love Space Cadet Raph, but the hips on mine were super loose and the elbows were super stuck. Oh no,
Ooh.
that sucks. Does this work? I had never tried this head swap before, but I kind of like that.
Is this for the front? Is that what this is?
So that ports into that hole on his chest. It doesn't look like it's a hole, but it's a hole, and that's gonna be a terrible quote that will haunt me somewhere down the line, I'm sure.
We gotta go like back through this and just pull out all the out of context quotes we've said over the years. That's got to be its own clip show right there.
No, it doesn't.
And demonetized.
Yeah.
It's there's been some fun ones. I try and write them down just for my own sake of trying to remember the funny stuff that we've said, because it humors me. Like, you know, to again say it later on out of context around my house, and like it's just like, what?
There have been so many random things. It takes some harsh turns once in a while. All right, have to get this back in the display real quick.
Okay, this has got a nice. It's pretty firm grip.
No, it's got a really nice grip. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it sets up. It sets up really easy, if that makes sense.
That was my concern with before I had this open, was I didn't know how well this was going to stay on there, because I had, when I got the one from they had the 4-pack with was it Raph for the 4-pack, the Playmates one just came out, or who's it?
Yeah, he was Space Cadet Raph.
Yeah, that one keeps falling off. I knew, I was like, I'm going to lose this right away, and I think
on the dome.
The dome didn't stay on great for mine.
Weird. Mine was like super tight. I couldn't, like, it wouldn't come off on mine.
Oh, really?
So.
Well, it's like my kids just play the heck out of them, and which is great, because that's how they're supposed, how it's meant to be. But it's like, that's how I have to approach that, is like, is this going to be here later when I want to admire it?
Well, and that's like, Ollie, the funny thing was I got him, and I was like, oh, perfect. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, here you go, Ollie, you can play with this, if you want. And he's just like, no, I'm good. I'm like, what? Really? Like, for real? Because usually he's all over like goofy, like.
So there wasn't one in the mix that he was like, that he gravitated towards?
No, not for specifically not for Mutant Mayhem. Like, he actually has my OG like Space Cadet Raph up in his room, so he was. I think he was just kind of like, well, I have that one already. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's it too. I mean, that thing was built so well too back in the day, so it's kind of like, if you don't need another one. I mean, the thing is like, I would love seeing, because at one point they were gonna, I think that was the thing that was scrapped, right? Wasn't there supposed to be a whole NASA line that was going to be, all 4 of the turtles?
I know that came out.
Did it come out? I never got them. I never found them in the stores. So
no, they are incredibly rare.
It was like that. Those are the ones that I never got. I think because I didn't know that they came out. And then the dinosaur ones, I did get the cavemen turtles, right? But I never got the ones where they were actually like Pteranodon, for instance. That was always like on my list of like, oh, someday someone will make that again, or But that was like at a point where they were incredibly hard to find.
I mean, again, they were super late in the line. They weren't like, again, it's strange because there's a couple of those that when they reach that point, it's just like, I don't know. It's very, very strange.
Well, here's what's even more strange to me is that, like, because the show was still going on at that point when we got to those later waves, and there was a ton of characters that were in the cartoon that they weren't making figures of.
Yeah.
And that was always surprising to me. And like, I just, you can tell this is fresh in my brain because I was just like, I just did a deep dive on this, but it was like all the Havoc characters, right? So you had like Overdrive, and you had all these guys that just like were so like, when you looked at them on the show, you're like, these are going to be toys, right?
Yeah. And then nothing.
No, not at all. That's so weird to me that because just like these looked like they were made specifically for that purpose. You know?
I feel like some of that was just a result of Playmates realizing like their market share was fading a little bit, because the Red Sky seasons didn't get anything,
right?
Like
no,
they kind of just went. They resigned themselves to just like, yep, it's our time.
Well, there was that at that point they were just doing different variations of the turtles.
Yeah. Hi, Stormy. Did you want to say hello? Come on. Hello.
So I got this guy from my buddy Jesse, and I immediately did a little kit bashing on it.
Hawkman.
Ooh.
So I took his static wings off. I expanded the holes in the back, and I gave him the wings from the
Redeemer,
the Batman Who Laughs.
Oh,
the
cool.
Tyrant one. So I was like, yeah, that looks way better.
Very cool.
It's a nice call. It's a good call with that.
It was really weird too, because it's just like, you guys have these wings. Why wouldn't you utilize them? Yeah, I definitely have to pop those back out because they got real tight in there. Fix that. But yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't use these wings in the first place. It just seems silly. Not to mention it has a completely different like size peg too.
Yeah, that weirds me out because I like Tony and I busted those open one day, and or that Space Cadet Raph open, and it was just like, what? Why isn't he attached to the back? Like,
yeah, because that's what it was on, like in the original. It was like on the back of his thing, right? It's like this.
Yeah,
basically.
He was kind of sprawled across the back.
So. I feel like it's kind of like, because it has that, like, it's like playing off the nostalgia, right? Where it's like kind of looking at some of the stuff where like that could have been a minifigure,
Yeah, no, definitely. It was just weird.
Well, what's weird is that I can't attach it to the back, right? So it's like, I like that I have this as its own thing. What I think would be awesome is if there was like a little like peg in the back, like a little divot or something in there where I could, because there is a little thing here where you could theoretically connect it to. There's a little,
definitely,
piece.
So it doesn't though. I've tried. I legit for a while I had Genghis Frog like holding it and licking it, because awesome. Genghis has that big like into head, and it's like, yeah, okay.
And I also got this the other day too.
Oh, hold on. Is that an Inuyasha?
It is.
Cool.
I can't remember for the life of me what the name of this company is. I want to say they're the same company that did some Bleach figures. So while it's not like there you go. It's not like the most perfect. It's because it's very much like windbreaker material for the clothing. But
yeah,
dude, it was like $45. So I'm like sitting here going, well, this has all the articulation of figure arts, plus it has fabric clothing. And I'm like, and they're that's my only problem with this thing. though. Is the hair does not like to stay. I mean, it's pretty heavy, but I could probably pop something on there to thicken it up a little bit. But it's a really good figure for $45. It comes with like 4 different face plates. Comes with a couple different swords.
Das in model.
Oh, the back of the hair. Yeah, I don't know why the back of the hair needs to even come off, because it's like, because you can literally pop the front off. You can take. You know what? That's a really good idea, Spike. I think I'm just going to glue the back of the head in.
There you go.
At this point, because it's it does not need to come off for any reason. So I mean, it's like your atypical like figure arts style.
Okay.
Oh,
which should I go with?
Both look awesome.
Lisa or the Rocketeer?
Well, you gotta. I mean,
I'd go with Mazza.
Rocketeer.
Get one of each.
Yeah, damn it. All right.
Whose advice do you like better?
You know what? No, I'm gonna do the long box heroes because I love the long box heroes line. I'm very, very excited about it.
Cool.
And then screw you, Gigi. I love the look at that lineup.
It's a really good lineup. I think I ordered
Dave Stevens artwork.
Can I see what that looks like? I mean, you'll show me in a second here too, but I'm curious. I just want to see what up close what this looks like, because I've gone back and forth wanting to pick up a couple.
So I went in on one thing. This is amazing.
Oh yeah,
like that is an amazing looking figure. I like dual holes for the the rocket pack, and it is the comic book rocket pack, so it does not look like the one in the movie because this is based on the comic book. So it's that vacuum cleaner looking thing, and then he does come with his gun. I was going to say Mauser, then I was going to say Luger. I'm just going to say this gun. So very cool, very classic. One weird thing I saw and noticed is these are on a peg, so he does have swivel, but it's at the knee joint. So you can like pigeon toe him if you want. So like it can look like the Rocketeer needs to take a wee. Like, come on, stupid Nazis. But like just in general, like this rules. So, yeah. Boink. Why is it not boinking back? There we go. This is the Toy Otter sculpt. These are available on BBTS right now. So, Rocketeer shipping. I think the Tick. What is it? The Tick and Grendel, I think, are next. So I don't know. But yeah, this slaps. And plus, it comes with a little long box heroes collection.
Oh, that's fun! Like a little stand.
Yeah. Are the long box heroes similar scale to Superpowers? It is. So there have been 2 lines that they've done. Long box heroes. So this is Superpowers scale, and then their previous line was Secret Wars scale, and there's been rumblings of maybe they go up to 6-inch, which would be amazing, because that Funko Rocketeer needs desperate replacing. Just throwing that out there. Also unboxed this last night, and this figure fucking rules.
Oh, you haven't found him yet,
dude. I found him on an end cap with cereal at Target. Someone made a choice.
Wow.
It's like, okay. Well, I made a choice too, and I won. But I'm hungry.
I feel like here's what I think happened. I think a kid set it down at the cereal aisle, and you were right there when it happened, and you just yoinked. Is what I think.
No. because everybody on the stream knows if that was the case, if I saw a kid put a toy down, I would be like, all right, I'll give him a few. This one had not been touched in a while.
5-second rule.
I do like RoboSpot. I think that's kind of cool. Tony, you got any fun stuff?
No, not today.
Ooh, nice. That slash is ridiculous.
I love the coloring on this. This is just like even without it glowing, this is like I can imagine I have like a different color scheme slash on my shelf, which is fun.
Oh, sorry. Dude, I busted that thing open. It took me forever to get the like weapons in because they are gummy and not that great when it comes to that. Oh shit. Wow. You know what else we got that I could bust open?
Ooh.
Plunder Strong. Shaggy says Dave did not even wait for the kid to put it down. He said Santa and pointed the other way to grab it and ran. I did not. I don't have that beard. Tony might be able to pull that off.
You know what I'm surprised doesn't exist yet is like actual like in real life versions of like the cloud, like the was like the cloud, right? The cloud that like is like of your of you. That's what I'm trying to say here. Like if you're a cartoon.
Oh, like Pop Balloons?
Like no, like a clown, like a cloud, like is in you're moving fast away. It's like here's what used to be where I was.
Oh, gotcha. I was like cloud of you. I'm like, I do that, but usually I just say, "Excuse me," and walk away.
I mean, that is.
However,
it's been well known. That's what I do in the toy aisle too.
Shaggy has now put this into my mind of farting, going Santa, and then running away. It's like shouting Kobe, but just crop dusting people.
Does this glow too?
I didn't try. That ended up in the recycling bin before it was dark.
Okay. I'm gonna I'll have to check that out later. That's fun.
Man, I'm gonna hold off on Elisa because I don't have my snips, and NECA is a pain in the ass to get open without snips.
What do we know so far about the live act? Or is it a live action?
Supposedly.
Yes. Rumor has it. We don't know dick about it yet. I mean, like, there really isn't much known. Oh, don't worry, Spike. I am exactoing it.
I would love to see like a live action CGI hybrid. Is that what?
I mean, I don't think they're gonna do the gargoyles in practical effects.
I mean, unless they are going old school with it, where it's gonna have like I mean, like Jim Henson style costumes.
It'd be super cool, but
it'd be super cool, but it'd be super expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my only thing of kind of going, but
I would love to see a continuation of the original series too. I mean, like just straight up the animated, just continue it because there's so much more that seemed like it could have come out of that.
Oh, the cartoon.
Yeah. There was because they did all this like expansion stuff too, where you got to see all the different clans and you got to, there's plenty more material to tap into it with that series. So
I feel like that was more so their. I don't want to say like not last ditch effort because that makes it sound like they didn't have a chance, but I feel like that was their hey, look, we have so much room to expand on, like we have so much more that we could play with, and I just don't think it hit. I don't think it was able to hit the money mark for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think too, it was one of their like it was very cerebral, that series, right? I mean, it was a lot more dense in terms of like story elements than the typical Disney, if that makes sense at the time. And so I think that was maybe part of it that the audience hadn't caught up to, like a cartoon that could be that smart if that makes sense.
Well, that's smart, and also on a program or a programming block that really wasn't, talked about much. You know what I mean? Like it was something that was, meant for the kind of general audience, and it was very adult, for lack
Right.
of.
Well, right. Exactly. I mean, because it was in the cartoon block with all the other cartoons. So it was like, it didn't. I enjoyed it as a kid, but honestly, I almost enjoy it more as an adult. Like going back and rewatching it. There's a lot that I didn't catch when I was younger, and I was just like, "Oh, cool!" Like fight stuff. And as an adult, I'm like, there's some really deep things that are happening right now.
Oh yeah, I think that's. I mean, that's just part of it, Like I think that there's a few shows that hit those marks, if that makes sense. Like, where you go back and you go, wait a second, this is deep. like what the actual crap? Like you were making me think things.
What? Like Galaxy Rangers is another one of those. I don't know if you ever watched Galaxy Rangers, but that was like there was some pretty intense stuff that went on in that. That was like, oh, this is like I think I saw that when I was a kid, thinking it was like, oh, this is going to be like Thundercats, or this is going to be like Silverhawks, because it was around that same time.
I'm jelly.
It looks like they're starting to hit, dude. Okay, so get this. So this was something kind of off topic, but having to do with shipping.
Is it good now?
What?
Oh. They were like, Griff, hit your mic. Is it good now?
Yeah.
I'll give you some ASMR.
I double checked yesterday, got the notification, Morbius got canceled, right? Everything says canceled, NRD was not refunded. And I was like, okay, whatever. That's that. Accepted my fate. I got a notification today that it shipped. I'm like, what?
And you weren't charged for it?
Not yet. That's what confuses the piss out of me, is because I'm like, am I just gonna get I feel like I'm gonna get an empty box with just like a middle finger printout on a sticky note. Like it's one of those instances.
That happens to you all the time.
It happened 3 times. Like not all with Mezco, but
just
it was that thing
places. Of, you all of a sudden shit gets canceled and then it ships.
And it can, like, I don't know if well, now I'm concerned and going to go check my Wells Fargo card.
I want to backpedal real quick about the Gargoyles thing.
Yeah.
I don't want a live action Gargoyles. I would just like I don't even want a reboot, just a companion series from the original show and just carry on the story. That's all we need to do.
Yes.
It's like it's like the concept of Gremlins, right? Like people are always like, "Ooh," and I'm like, no. All of the main people are for the most part still alive. You don't need to reboot Gremlins. Just do another sequel.
We need Gremlins Afterlife.
Exactly. We don't need Answer the Call of the Gremlins.
Never mind.
Gremlins too close to a lake, right? I mean, it's
Gremlins get wet and wild.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying never mind what?
I just checked the tracking number that I got from Mezco, and it says this number does not exist. So I do believe I'm being fucked with.
You're being punked.
Yeah. I'm being morbed. It's morbid time.
You got morbed.
What?
Yeah, I just, I mean, I want to see some of these things come back with updated technology, but, like, while the story of the prequel movie for the thing, the story was fine, if you've ever looked into that and just seen like how much work they put into it, and everything was practical effects, and it was going to be just like the one that came out in the 80s. And the studios came in and they were like, nope, we want CGI over everything. And then it just looked terrible. And it's just like, yeah, I don't understand why they do all that stuff. And I don't know. It's crazy.
Switch the platforms
Doesn't
from,
make
from
sense.
what it was.
What up, Dodry?
Just to be able to make it, like if somebody has, I think that's what a lot of cinema needs nowadays is if it can be done with practical effects, let's do it with practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the first Iron Man movie, and I mean, obviously when he's flying, it's not a suit, but for the most part, he walked around in a full-blown suit. But by the time Endgame came around, he wore just a chest plate, and then they CGI'd everything else, and it's just kind of a bummer,
You guys, spoiler alert, I think Blunderstrongs might be making that list at the end of the year.
So, are your legs really, really loose? Yeah.
So he can dance. That's all you're telling me.
So Billy actually did a really good video. Bill Maru did a video in conjunction with Plunderlings. And please go check it out if you do have Plunderstrongs, because they did notice that several of the Plunderstrongs had really loose hips. And it basically was just a matter of the tolerance was slightly off. So it's basically you do the super glue trick and it fixes it like that. So I
got Mango and was it Captain Blackjack or
Captain
whatever?
Blackjack, yeah.
Those are the two I got.
Those are what I got too. I think Dave got those too.
I got Mango, Blackjack, and Typhoon. There he is.
Yeah, that's cool.
I gotta message them again, because unfortunately my Typhoon didn't have a mohawk.
His fin.
Yeah.
If they would have made Typhoon glow in the dark,
that'd have been cool. I think the biggest thing with that is with the Drench, they've all been transparent plastic. They haven't been glow transparent, and I'm excited for that. Just because I missed out. I'm kind of bummed because I missed out on the original Kickstarter, Drench that came out, because that was the transparent green Plunderling.
Yeah.
And I thought about trying to get it on eBay and stuff, and it's like I can't spend $200 on a Plunderling.
Well, are they going to do? This was one that didn't go through, but I think they were going to make Plunder Fawns too.
So
they did in the first.
They made two Fawns.
Yeah.
They made the light green, and they made pink. Hold on.
They came out, the Fawns?
Yeah, they did two Fawns. And I think I have one on my desk here somewhere, because I was playing with it just the other day.
I might have to look there.
Or maybe I put it back in the display. I might have put it back in the display. I did put it back in the display. Damn it. But yeah, they did do two Fawns. So they have cloven hooved feet, and horns.
Is it of a Plunderling, or is it a Plunder Long, or what? Which?
It's a Plunder Fawn. It's a fawn.
But size wise?
Oh, Plunderling. It's a Plunderling size.
Plunderling. Okay.
Yeah, because those were originally a stretch goal on the original Kickstarter,
and
I think those might still be available on BBTS. To be honest.
Oh, you're right. Well, that is a visit.
All the cartoons that came out. What toy line would you like to see as toys, Dave Wonder? Ooh, that doesn't have a toy line.
Currently, or I mean, one that's already has had a toy line in the past, but it doesn't have one right now.
That's where I'm kind of racking my brain, where it's like,
but I have answers, but I'm not Dave Wonder, so I'm not going to answer.
When you making lists sometimes goes on for in perpetuity. Yeah, Mixie Mummies Alive had a toy line, and it was actually pretty good.
It was great. I would love a modern one.
Well, that's not the fawn. That's the drench.
No, I know, but did you get one of those ones?
Yeah, he's right back there. I also have hatchlings for him too.
Oh,
they did hatchlings for the.
I've never even seen that one before.
Yeah, that was the Jersey City Toy Fair exclusive originally, and then BBTS got some stock in them. And actually, if you look at the pink coral one, that one's pretty cool. The blue that you just looked at is named for a very good friend, because note the name, Maru.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is Bill Maru, Toycanic.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But yeah, the fawns aren't up there anymore, unfortunately.
No.
Do they show them at all? Like
yeah, I mean they had them up there for a while. I need to buy my first Plunder Buddy. Do it, Sketches. Oh man, I'm still thinking about that toy line. And honestly, you know what? Because it hasn't come out yet, I'm gonna say Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, because that cartoon ruled, and a very good friend of mine spent a lot of time on that thing. And I would like to see toys of it.
I actually have the Devil Dinosaur Funko up there.
You mean that one right there?
Dude.
I love me some Devil Dinosaur. I need a figure, whether it's a comic version or even that version.
There you go.
That'd be fun as a Build-A-Figure. Devil Dinosaur Build-A-Figure.
There's the fawns.
Oh, that's neat. But I swear there, like in the Kickstarter, there was going to be like a Plunder Fawn that was a larger scale one too, right? Like
I think they were all gonna in the Plunderlings.
So I think the Plunder Strongs or Plunder Longs, I think there's a fawn that didn't. It was a stretch goal, I think.
Yeah, it was like it had like the back torso. It was gonna like I think work with magnets, but like the back torso was gonna be like basically like it was like a what's it called? What's it called? Where it's like part.
Are you talking about Centaur?
Yeah,
I never seen the Centaur one.
No, that just made this up in my head because I think that'd look awesome.
Well, I mean, there's the Four Horsemen Mythic Legions Centaur that came out.
No. Well, okay. In my mind, I remember because I like I went in on the Kickstarter, but in my mind, when I was looking down, I was like one of the stretch goals I thought was like a centaur. I thought it was part of the fawn, like the where it would have those same kind of legs, and it seemed kind of like like a fawn, like part goat kind of thing.
Oh wait, okay, so Super Spike is saying that there was a centaur. Okay, I must have missed that.
Yes. All right, good. So you guys are just gaslighting me. That's what's happening. By the way, this is freaking awesome, and I love this. Like, this is just, I love that it's like slashes at a rave, right? I mean, that's what this feels like. It's just like I want to get like a little glow stick around, like in his hands. Dude,
just make him rave slash.
That's great. I mean, it's just the color scheme is just phenomenal. It just like feels like it's so loud. Like,
yeah, man,
it matches the background of your where we're on right now. This is great.
I made this background for the Rad Radioactive Dudes, and I was kind of like, I do like this color scheme. Like this is kind of my speed.
Mm-hmm.
You want something loud and obnoxious?
Yeah. Do I?
To quote you, Mr. Geeky, that's me. Keith Rainville says, "Hey, Cats just ripped the new McFarlane Lord Deathman. Why is he wearing penny loafers?" You know what? I didn't even bother to look at that, but yeah, that's very true. Mine doesn't have a head currently because yesterday I did a head swap onto one of these skeleton putties, and it won't come off. Oh, mango. Oh, wait. Ooh.
What?
Ooh, oh no, it just fully went on to the ball peg. Well, now it's really stuck on there. Crap.
It has become one with the putty.
I think I'm gonna need to get a few more of those.
I can't say this guy's name without thinking of the Saturday Night Live character. Do you know, like Mango.
I mean, it works. It doesn't have as good a hairdo though.
I mean, how how could you not want to get
a luchador plunder strong?
I was gonna say, yeah, a luchador like goblin. It's like,
oh wait, Jamie Lynn, what are you saying? IG? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, let's go. Maybe I don't know. So I'm just ripping into this figure because I wanted to open him for a while, and damn it, I'm doing it. Waka! Whoo! Whoa!
Say it every time, but I love it every time. The fact that you can make this.
So this is a question for anybody out there. Does anybody have parts for these that they need to ditch? Because I really want to.
Or is that Mr. Hanky?
No, it looks like Mr. Hanky. No, it is. The Build-A-Figure is a mindless one, which is great. Like I love that idea, and like there is part of me that, and I know it's been said by a bunch of other.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
That looks amazing.
Hell yeah.
But that didn't get funded, right?
No, it didn't hit that stretch goal.
But do you think that they're going to come back to it at some point?
Maybe they did that with the fawns for the Plunderlings.
Because I want that.
Right? The brain just went mushy. Oh, sent it to you on a store Instagram, Tony. There we go. Sorry, I was very confused. I do gotta admit I will be doing a lot of modding to this because they didn't paint underneath that. This is sad. There's not a lot of movement there. So I'm gonna do what I do, which is tear apart figures. But I think I'm gonna have to boil and pop it because this sucker's not popping off like that. But I'm excited that we finally got a new Luke Cage.
Well, now we just need a new Iron Fist.
Right? Oh my gosh! Holy crap! Is this really? No.
It's been a while since we got a Luke Cage. When was the last what was the last Luke Cage?
The Netflix one. We got the Netflix Luke Cage.
And then the one prior to that was the Luke Cage
Thunderbolt
from the Thunderbolts.
Yes,
but then I guess technically they did the Defenders one too. There was the comic book Defenders one that had Jewel and Daredevil and
wasn't that one just a redeco of the Thunderbolts one though?
Yeah, but I mean
that was like an exclusive one too, right? That was like the multi-pack.
That was an Amazon exclusive, I think.
That was one I didn't get, but I really wanted to get it. I regret it because Jewel was like Jewel. That was the only time you could get a Jewel. That's the only time she's ever come out, right? So, which is surprising to me they wouldn't do Jessica Jones, like just straight up. I'm surprised that hasn't been a figure yet.
I mean, they did the Netflix one, and honestly, it works for the comic version too. I mean, God, that would have been cool.
Oh, I never even seen that one.
Yeah, that was pretty far down stretch goal. Yeah.
Winter Star sent those over.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's like
it needs work, but it's awesome. I think. Meanwhile, Sketch's Toy Corner, that new Luke Cage sucks. I like it because it's a classic look, and I mean, I'm definitely going to customize it. I like that we got a vintage looking Luke Cage. As goofy as this look is, it's iconic. And the old Toy Biz one desperately needed an update. So I don't know. I'm stoked for it.
I can see the wobbly legs a little bit. I got it in mind too.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like it's gonna fall over. I mean,
no. I mean, once you stand them up, they're good.
Yeah.
Like they're not going anywhere.
It's misleading. because I'm like, how is this guy going to stand up? But it seems like he absolutely is going to stand up pretty nicely.
Well, that was like someone so I did an unboxing at SuperCon. Like I brought these down with me to South Dakota and unboxed them in my hotel room like an adult. And someone was like, "Oh, that abyss is going to have loose tentacles. Watch out!" And I'm like, It's table legs. Like it doesn't matter if they swivel around or anything. Like you just go and it's good to go. But yeah. I don't know. Also, gonna bust this open. I think to round out my unboxing for the night because I figure it just goes together.
It's such a good figure. I don't care what anybody says. I know everybody's like, those knees. Oh my god!
I love the design.
It's a toy. Like you can't win them all.
Was that part of Zdarsky's run of Daredevil, or was that like
This was a more recent run. So
yeah, where he's King Daredevil.
Yeah, he's running the hand.
No,
from
the fist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, he looks like that.
The part that pisses me off though is it's like we got Daredevil, we got Elektra. They're definitely not going to give us the Warlord Punisher, which is sad.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting any Punishers anytime soon.
Oh no! They'll make the new one. I guarantee it.
Eventually,
the Shield agent they'll make him, but everybody has such a.
Is it a licensing thing, or what's the?
No, it's just with the negativity that came from assholes taking the Punisher symbol and they're just trying not to market it. It's classic, but choices as a dude who does toy photography, I have to be tricky. Fair enough. Again, why would they complete the team? Yeah, they don't have to.
What about if they did like Punisher 2099? Because I don't think that's ever been made into.
There's a reason for that. As much as I love the 2099 designs, there are some of those designs where it's like, we ain't seeing these anytime soon. Would you like your shoulder pad to have shoulder pads? Why, yes, I would.
I mean, I would literally take I wish they would just do a 2099 line.
Well, Doom 2099. I mean, it's like
Doom 2099, Ravage 2099, Ghost Rider 2099, Hulk 2099.
Well, I'm even more or less thinking of like the newer characters that they've introduced, like the new Moon Knight and Blade, and just there's a bunch of new characters that they've introduced, and there's a new Venom 2099, and
that thing's crazy looking. You mean we aren't getting a Ravage 2099 figure? Not yet, Jamie Lynn. Not yet. Give it time.
Well, I mean, like the like Hulk 2099. I could see that being like a build a figure, right? I mean, that's easy enough to do. The pieces were but like I don't know. Just me being hopeful. We're gonna see like I love these new characters too. I also I can't help but like think back towards like all these older type of characters that we like when we got like, has there been a Cecilia Reyes figure yet, for instance?
No.
And that's right.
I mean, that's definitely one that could be done
amazing enough. That what?
I said that's definitely one that could be done easily enough.
Right. So I don't know. I can't help but like go back towards some of those earlier figures, especially when we see like these phenomenal newer figures too. But there's just like so many classic ones that now they're tapping so deep into this well.
Well, I mean, and even like the Marvel Knights wave that they just put out, it was a great wave, but I would have done things differently. Like, I don't necessarily know if I would have included Lady Bullseye. What I think I want to know why we haven't gotten a Werewolf by Night.
I have a feeling that is either coming or possibly waiting, because I feel like we're gonna get a Monsters wave, because
I hope so.
It'd be really easy to do Man-Thing, redeco it, and slap a new head on that Build-A-Figure. Werewolf by Night, we're quickly getting most of the parts that.
I've been seeing people using Fang and Jackal and stuff, and
Emilio
patching it together.
Emilio's doing that right now. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of that stuff that's building up, And I think it's just a matter of time because 90% of the tooling for most of the monster figures is out there already. And now it's a matter of them actually executing it.
I literally just read an article today saying that the whole reason why everything had been falling apart with the new Blade movie was because, well, and I guess at one point in time, Marshall Ali was going to leave the project.
Yeah.
Because he had been basically pushed back to the fourth lead.
Yeah.
Like it really wasn't even a Blade movie.
For Blade, yeah. Blade was not the lead character.
And it's just like, what? Okay, like Kevin Feige really needs to start laying some. I mean, like, I get that they want to have some people have their own visions on things, but he really needs to just be like, this is what we're doing.
Title character
and
needs to be
how we're getting there. Now you can do everything inside those parameters, but the movie was called Blade.
Yeah.
He needs to be the main character, unfortunately.
He needs to be in there. Oh, an Echo figure would be dope. I think that'd be
well. I mean, yeah, Echo, and why especially now that I don't know if she still is or not, but she was the Phoenix for a while there, and like, there's a ton of characters. I mean, unfortunately,
all those Phoenix characters too would be fun from them.
Yeah,
Phoenix
I mean,
5. We were going to get Cyclops at one point.
Yeah,
and then the crazy thing is there's still people that find like some of those figures came out, like some are not necessarily came out, but got found mysteriously. But yeah, this figure rules.
Yeah.
Like when they revealed this look for Daredevil, I was like, oh shit. And then Brio was asking in the Discord, he was like, hey, does anybody know what, for the tunic that he kind of had, not tunic, but like cloak thing that he wears? And I'm like, oh yeah, Obi-Wan. Like just grab one of the soft goods Obi-Wan cloaks. And he's like, son of a bitch. So it worked. But of course now I got to find a freaking Obi-Wan. But oh well, win some, lose some. Oh, Super Spike says, I wish they would make some Legends of the Infinity Warps characters like Iron Hammer, or Soldier Supreme, or Arachnite. Arachnite is cool. Considering now that both those suits, both Miles and Peter, are suits in the new game. It's like, yes, please.
Yeah, Spike, come on.
Why would you bring up Dave? Wait, is that the one that came with the robes?
Well, he's one. I mean, I think all three of the most recent Obi-Wan from the TV show all had robes, but
do they? Would Marvel have the rights to do like any of those, like for Amalgam, for instance, right? Some of those.
Wait, how do you say it?
Amalgam. Oh
my. Oh, okay. No, okay. As a kid, I used to say amalgam because I didn't know how to pronounce it. Too. And then people say amalgam is the proper way to say it. And then you said amalgam. And I'm like, that's the happy hybrid between
I probably do not. I mean, I'd probably say that incorrectly. I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, I was like agalagam or something like that when I was younger.
It was a very Minnesota way of saying amalgam, right?
Yeah. But no, I don't think Hasbro or Marvel could do those. That would be...
It would have to be a joint thing, but like there were some really neat looks there.
Dark Claw and
Hearing an Echo.
What about
Hearing an Echo?
It would be fun to see like a leaf field infused. Do you know they did that at one point, right? With the Marvel Legends, didn't they do that where it was like they did that Iron Man? Do you remember that just bananas looking Iron Man that was like from that era?
There were a lot of bananas looking.
The Heroes Reborn Iron Man.
Yeah.
But like that was very.
This is the Hero's Return. Never mind.
Yeah. Hero's Return. The Reborn one with the big tubes coming out of his back.
Yeah. It was just like muscles on muscles and stuff, right? Like that's.
Yeah.
Well, when Disney buys Warner Brothers, there you go.
It could happen.
I don't know why some people are hearing an echo. So did not know what was going on.
Is mine echoing?
I thought I don't know. No, I don't hear it, and a lot of other folks are saying that they don't hear it. So Like the new Obi-Wan has an armless robe, but like Wandering version has a brown robe with sleeves. Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on. I'll pull up Bryo's photo. I think he would be okay with that.
Did you got the red shirt, Casey? No, you didn't.
I
Because
did
you get
not.
only the black and white.
I'm good.
But there's like there's a head, and then they have the mask. So you could have it where, and probably I feel I'm trying to think. Oh my God, I already got the other Casey Jones, and I'm just like, there. I'm gonna brain fart because I got the I think the Fred Wolf Casey Jones is what I opened.
Oh, okay. You opened that? Yeah, you opened one of those.
And I'm like, I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I don't remember there being that head in this. But because this is the Mirage. Yeah. I am.
Damn it! I cannot find this freaking picture.
I wish they would have just did the from was it a mini series where he had like the American flag painted on the mask?
Yeah.
Well,
What's Their Nuts did that. The Loyal Subjects.
Yeah.
Oh, the body count, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's another fun version of Casey Jones, which is Dark Casey, which is like this like he has, it's like this enormous.
I've seen that.
Yeah. That was a fun one too. It wasn't Untouchables. What was it? It's like where it's like he's an old 1920s gangster. Do you know what I'm talking about? My mind
I can't think off the top of my head, but
it'll come back to me. But
so
it's
with that Jedi robe.
I wish
Unmentionables, maybe. I think Unmentionables, maybe.
I wish that Matt would have came with the same kind of thing to kind of cover his face a little bit more too.
I wonder if well, no, I was gonna say I wonder if the Lady Daredevil mask would work. I have her right over
Tales
here.
of the TMNT Casey Jones comic.
Say it again.
I'm seeing down here from Shav. It says Tales of the TMNT Casey Jones.
Yeah, I think it was Unmentionables though, right? That was like the version where he's like in a trench coat, like in a duster. It was like April was like flapper, and I don't know. At least in my mind, that's what this was. It was really cool. It was very. That makes sense that it would be in Tales, though. So.
Will this? Oh no, it won't. I was gonna say it would, but it comes all the way up the neck peg.
Can you tell me about Hallows Eve? There's the character.
So she's basically you're talking about the new Spider-Man figure, yeah? Yeah. So basically, her gimmick or her power set is that she can put on these different masks and take on that persona. She is Chasm or Ben Reilly's girlfriend. So she's
empowered by Madeline Pyra.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Madeline Pryor. So it's like so there's an element of like demonic into that. Is that?
Yeah.
That's fun. It's like demonic chameleon, basically.
A little bit, yeah.
That's neat. So they had her as like Hobgoblin here, but is that normally her look, or is that?
I mean, she's bright orange.
That's her base.
That kind of works.
Even in the comics when she puts the mask on, like
she transforms. Like she ends up like Frankenstein, very Frankenstein-esque.
Okay.
Yeah, that if you take off the collar or that like pulled down hood, the neck is very bare, and like you can kind of fudge this on, but it it works okay. Yeah, that's like the werewolf mask.
Did they give her any like extra heads in that? The figure?
No, she just has masks.
Just has the two masks.
Yeah, Tony, if you pop this on, it's very much.
Man, it's not even the right colors.
Yeah.
Bummer.
I'm Casey Jones. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so ugly. And I gotta try and finagle this thing back on. Damn it. Oh, or I could just pop this out. Or not. Never mind. Her new one shot from a couple weeks back, she put on a Captain America mask and got a black and orange cap outfit. I have that book. I haven't read it yet. Oh, there it is.
Her shield is even a pumpkin.
Yeah. Shav Gold says, "I love my new NECA Casey Jones classic comic one." Hell yeah, it's a great figure. Oh, show.
I can't wait for the last Ronin one.
Yeah, that one's still a ways out, isn't it? Not like March.
Oh, I'm sure.
But yeah, I have roughly a month of comics to catch up on because I didn't read crap during con season or Conpocalypse. So I was busy trying to get stuff done for the marathon stream and everything else, and it fell by the wayside.
What are you I guess both of you, because I know you're both big comic guys. What are you reading right now that you're really I mean, Dave, I guess what I'd say is not in this month worth of stuff that you have to catch up on, but what have you been reading recently that you have been enjoying?
I read all the Spidey books. I read Daredevil. I just finished up Ginseng Roots by Craig Thompson. That was kind of a autobiographical comic about growing up working the ginseng fields in Wisconsin, which was pretty cool. Man, I don't really read any DC right now, which is weird because I used to be pretty frequent with that. But
were you of creator or of character, or what is like your main?
Yeah, all of the above.
All of it.
I mean, I'm a sucker for Craig Thompson, but I like he's got a proven track record of making really good shit. So it's that's different. But obviously I'm a big web head. So and Turtles, ironically, I read the Saturday morning one on the monthly release, but the IDW one I read in the hardcovers that come out at the end, like maybe twice a year.
Sure.
Because it's like, here, do you want to read a year's worth of comics? Boom. It's like, yes, please.
It's fun to. I mean, it's like a different feel because you get to read it all in one sitting as a full on story, right? So it's kind of like I tend to read them individually as they're coming out if I have the ability, but then I also get the graphic novels because it's almost two experiences, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like watching a cartoon as a kid versus watching a movie in the theater, basically. So
yeah.
What about you, Tony? I know you're a big comic guy too. Yeah.
I'd have to say probably the Wolverine versus Predator.
Oh, that's Percy, right?
Is pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what else am I really liking right now? I'm intrigued to see where the X-Men books are going, just simply because
it'll be interesting.
I haven't been necessarily a huge fan of the Krakoa storyline with them. It never seemed like there were any like serious stakes in the books, being the fact that they could constantly resurrect. Thor, the second issue came out last week, I believe, and then
it's pretty new.
Yeah, so there's 2 issues out.
Who's writing? Who's on that now as writer?
For X-Men? Oh God, I don't know.
For Thor? No. For X-Men, I know it's a bunch of different people.
Yeah,
like I think Dugan was on one of them, and
Thor. Are you talking about Thor?
Thor, yeah.
Yeah, I have no clue who's doing Thor right now.
Well, like Jason Aaron was on there for a while. I mean, his run was
well. I mean, and even with Thor too, it everything is just it's. I mean, I've always loved Thor, and I just like everything that they've kind of been doing with him. Nothing sticks. Nobody seems to know what's going on. Like, I mean, he was a Herald of Galactus, and now he's the All-Father, and to follow suit, he had to gouge his eye out and offer it to Yggdrasil to get the knowledge and the wisdom, basically become Odin. And I'm just like, and then of course Odin is Mjolnir now, so he talks to his hammer. And
Norse mythology, spoiler alert.
But the funny thing is that's not even Norse mythology. Like, they but I'm more intrigued by where some of these lesser known things are going. Like, it's really cool that they got the gal who played
I picked it up, Jamie Lynn, but I haven't read it. Sorry. I was just responding to a question.
The gal who is playing Kamala Khan, writing the new book, and now that she's a mutant, it's going to be interesting to see what her mutant ability ends up actually being.
So I've been reading, like, I read the special that came out, and I think the first issue, if I'm remembering correctly, and it seems like she just has the same power. Like, she's just back.
Yeah.
It's just,
but that's the thing is her mutant ability hasn't.
Yeah, no, and I'm just saying, I don't know what it could be.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, like, unless they're gonna make it like light-based powers to make it fit with the movies, or something.
Speaking of X-Men, I'm looking forward to seeing Doom's mutant team.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Oh wow,
there's a lot of
X-Men.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that's like, I'm intrigued. Apparently, the Straczynski Captain America is really good. My brother's picking that up.
So the Uncanny X-Men or Uncanny Avengers book, which they're bringing back the Unity team.
Yeah.
So there's a new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants or Brotherhood of Mutants or whatever.
Yeah.
And Captain Krakoa is the leader, and nobody knows who he is. But the rumors are all pointing
Cyclops
to the Hydra Supreme Captain America.
Yeah, which will be interesting.
Yeah,
because at the end of the Secret Empire thing, Selene took the evil Captain America away. Nobody had any idea what happened. And so
it's Wolverine,
and it makes sense too that both of the Strucker twins are on the team, and Andrea apparently is having a fling with Captain Krakoa, and
it's going to be one of those things where it's either going to be exactly what people are talking about, or it's going to be a hard swing. Because Marvel's been known to do it in the past, where it's just like, crap. Fine. Guess what? It's skin. Like, what? Like, but why? But why?
Yes.
I was gonna say Tony's looking like he got caught off guard. Sorry. Who do you got there?
Oh, I have the Mr. Freeze. I really like this. I mean, I'm a big Batman animated series. I know there's like, people are torn with the different cell shading stuff on this. But to me, I'm just like, if this seems like it has good articulation so far, the ones that I have for the Batman animated series, the articulation hasn't stood up. So
I was gonna say, like, I wasn't torn on it. I just got rid of the cell shading.
Well, you can, right, and you can do that. You're like, you are very. That's is like, and done. This is the way I want it to be. But I'm like, I guess
it works for some of them.
It doesn't bother me either, though. Like, it's not so
Yeah.
To me, it's not so over the top that it would bother me, like.
Yeah. Mike says thoughts on the Ultimate Marvel revival. I just read the first issue of the new Ultimates, and I like it. I like it a lot because it's so it's cool because they're basically revisiting what happened at the end of Secret Wars and kind of bringing that back around in a manner of speaking with Battle World and such. And
it's
I like
interesting. So the little mini series thing that they did or whatever, I'm not gonna lie, it was very confusing because like we obviously know that the maker, aka Reed Richards, recreated the Ultimate Universe, but they kept showing this other team that had like Omega Red and Colossus and a Gray Hulk or something, and I'm just like,
so the weird thing is so with it coming back around to my understanding, what it's supposed to be is an amalgamation. That's the amalgamation. There we go, coming back around. Of like the way that the world was at the end of Secret Wars, the ultimate realm. That's what became the ultimate world. And that's why certain characters appear to be back and other characters appear to not have popped up yet, because when he went back to the creator went back to stop heroes from being formed, like catching the spider before it bit Peter, like doing that type of thing, like all that. So all of that's getting rewritten now, and so that's what's thrown off a lot of it, because they're playing with the weird like geopolitical aspect that the Ultimates universe had but never really did anything with, because they were just like,
like the craziest stuff that like, because they're bringing Kang into it, but it's not Nathaniel Richards, more than likely. The Iron Man was Howard Stark, Iron Lad is Tony Stark.
And that's the thing, is there's a lot of that play, which I mean, it's like a big what if universe. You know what? Sorry, real quick, Goji. Sometimes I wear I don't remember the proper term for it. I wear glasses when I'm staring at my screen all the time to prevent
blue blockers.
But yeah, blue blockers. So outside of that, no, I'm not cool like these guys.
So I know that the maker's there, but did he create a new Reed Richards as well?
Technically, no.
So who? That's what I'm confused. Who is the Reed Richards that's Dr. Doom?
I think that's the thing. That's not the thing, not Ben Grimm the thing. But sorry, that was poor timing and phrasing. But we don't know, and I think that's where it's. I think that's going to be one of those,
because that's what everybody was confused about. They're like, why is Dr. Doom part of the Ultimates? It's because he's not Victor Von Doom.
Yeah. But again, I don't know. Again, I think that'll be like issue 2.
I will say this: the one thing that I have that's come up, the two things is that Thor is very much going to be a very violent, aggressive version of Thor, and he was a prisoner on Asgard that escaped. And Lady Sif is basically his like handler.
Yeah. Well, because he was a prisoner, and she was his guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then I don't want to go too deep into it because it just came out yesterday.
You're going to spoiler territory.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading. I'm just going off of the stuff that was like in previews, basically, like describing.
No, because it. Okay, I don't want to go too deep because I literally just read it about 2 hours before I came on the stream, and I know I will screw up and spoil shit. That's me being cautious.
Well, the only other thing I'll say is what they're doing with Peter Parker. I really like.
I agree. I'm very excited to see where it goes because I love What If. I love Elseworlds, and that's exactly what this is. It's just a big shake it up, throw it back, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Well, and the thing is too is like with all the What If stuff that they're kind of like tapping into here. I'm surprised that because like in my mind, Exiles. You remember the series Exiles, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Nocturna and like
Yep.
right? Yeah. Like there's some really fun versions of these characters that were alternate versions of the characters that for all intents and purposes were what if all got together and went on adventures together, right? And so I like that's a thing that I would love to see as as figures, right? Is almost like its own line of stuff where it's like you could see that. I know that they did some stuff where it was like off the show and what if off the show, but
it's been rumored that there's going to be Exile characters coming through, like some of them that obviously like Age of Apocalypse, Sabretooth, Blink, we've gotten some Exile figures already, but I know a lot of people were talking about the possibility of more of those popping up, because we got more. Oh, what up, Hankin? What up, bud? Josh B hates what they have done with Nightcrawler. I don't know what they've done with Nightcrawler.
He's a spider character now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Whatever.
What, huh?
Yeah, he's the uncanny Spider-Man. But that's not in the 616 though, is it?
Yes.
It is in the 616? Oh, well.
So the same Nightcrawler who's in X-Men, the X-Men books.
Kurt Wagner.
Also?
Because what happened, he left the X-Men basically after Judgment Day.
Yeah, after there was
there Judgment Day happened, and there was a few other things. There was like the Sins of Sinister. And
well, I think it was the Sins of Sinister thing, because it was revealed that he was basically kept in a dungeon and cloned and like had shit torn away from him and became crazy monster demon. And then like all of a sudden it all flashed back and he's like, oh, hey, how's it going? I'm back to normal. It's like,
But I remember everything.
Yeah. That's the shit that's confusing the piss out of me, because that's lazy writing to me, where it's just like, hey, we're going to have all this stuff happen. Oh, it was all just a dreamer. Oh, that reality crumbled and now it's back to normal.
I mean, that's no different than what they did with the X-Men, where it was like Cyclops was what did they I can't remember what they called him. And like Legion was like one of the main leaders.
Yeah.
And they all lived in this stronghold and stuff, and it was basically all Legion's mind.
Sorry, Hankin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where it was like part of the plot was like it was all just a dream kind of thing. But I mean with him it is like these could all be real things, because it's just, I mean, it's as real as any of this is all construct.
Yeah, I don't know. That's that weird thing of I don't know.
Basilisk, that's what they called Cyclops. That's right.
What was it?
Basilisk.
Basilisk. But yeah, again, it's that weird thing of there's so much of that stuff that's happened, and there's so much of that stuff that like I tried to stay on top of, and I'm a big X-Men fan. Like legitimately, that whole shelf right there is all X-Men figures, and it's that thing of like, fair Hankin.
I mean, that's been kind of my thing with this run. That's, I mean, I guess what Tony was saying, that it's kind of transitioning into something else now. I haven't read the Sins of Sinister stuff yet, so I'm like a little bit behind. But it's confusing. Well, I mean, my understanding is it gives more of an understanding as to the origin of Nathaniel Essex, right? And like
kind of
a little bit.
Okay,
you get little bits and pieces, but it's nothing that I don't know. That's the thing that's frustrating, is for considering the story arc should have been something that gave us a ton of character development for that character. I don't feel like we did. Like, it felt weird. Goji King said, I never watched the 90s X-Men series. Should I give it a try? Does it hold up? Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
I mean, you should, because there's a sequel series coming for it. So
yeah, I'm excited for that.
It was quintessential stories too. Yeah. It's easy here. If you haven't read,
a month out?
What's it?
Oh, is it really?
I thought it was coming like right after the new year, but
dang, that quick.
I thought it was wasn't coming out until like.
I could be wrong, and maybe I'm just speaking out my butt. Holy shit. He made him.
Worth it.
That's insane.
This is one I never
January
thought
3rd,
I'd have a figure of.
2024.
It's great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited. This makes me very happy.
That's insane.
One of my favorite parts in any movie ever is in the Lego Batman movie when Joker is rattling off all the villains' names and he's like, "You should look it up. It's worth a Google."
Yeah.
He's like Zebra Man, Condiment King, Kite Man, Calendar Man, and he's like, "No, they're all real. You should look it up."
They're all right.
There's some hilarious. It's hilarious that they exist, and it's like, and I am so happy that they do.
Yeah. Dude, it's gonna be nuts. Like, I mean, yeah, that Condiment King is ridiculous, and I love that. In the year 2023, we have a Condiment King figure.
What is shocking to me is that this wasn't a character that was created in the 1966 series, because this seems like it should have been.
And I think that's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just proving that bad ideas can come from anywhere. in the most beautiful way possible. But
yeah.
Oh, it took a while for damn it, Mixie. You know what? All right, he's thrown out all the condiment puns now. I'm gonna say let's wrap this up. I'm gonna toss it around to you fine gents for socials and such. We'll start with Tony real quick.
You guys can find me on Instagram, Griff Writer. If you see two of them, they're both me. I haven't posted on anything on the other one yet, but just got to have the backups just in case. X/Twitter, whatever, it's Griff Writer everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, whatever. You can find me there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Geeky.
What if I find 3 of you there though? If I find 2, I mean that's
well, if it's not my beautiful face or Usagi's face, it's a imposter and they must die.
Well, I here. Yeah, so I mean I'm on stuff too. I don't know, things, places.
Nailed it.
I don't know, I'm on YouTube. I got Speaky Geeky, Instagram Speaky Geeky Official. Those are like the two where I'm doing the most. I'm all over the place, but I just did a deep dive over on the channel. I feel like a lot of folks here probably would enjoy. It got some
stuff.
Yeah, some real deep characters that I
That's putting it lightly, man. You went to the 7th layer of character hell.
Gadget Man. We got Gadget Man. That's a personal achievement for me, because I was like, this is a character I need to let people know about, because it's like, just like Condiment King. It's amazing that character existed, and it's also like amazing that how many more questions I have after going and like looking into this character, because I'm like, there's so many things that were established in the episode that make no sense why we didn't see more things. So,
I mean, there's a lot of stuff established in a lot of those episodes where you just go, huh?
I mean, it was
true.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But make sure to go over and check out Mr. Geeky, and I'm sure you'll see a lot more of Tony coming up here on the channel. You can find me over on Twitter at Dave Wheeler, or sorry, X. At Dave Wheeler. You can find me over on Instagram at the Dave Wheeler. You can find me on Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Wonder. But most importantly, go over and check out Extra Life, extra-life.org/participant/Dave Wonder. All the information is in the video description below. Again, the marathon stream is coming up, not this weekend, but the following weekend. The lineup is insane. Monday night, I'm going to announce a bunch of the guests that are going to be on there, but I'm going to hold a few back because some surprises are always fun. Tuesday we'll get back to Chop and Shop. Wednesday will be Grippin and Rippin. And then Saturday night, the fun begins, because 5 p.m. to 5 p.m., the 11th to the 12th, the marathon stream begins. So that's going to be... Oh, don't do it, Tony. Oh, you monster. On that note, I'll catch y'all next week. Stop that. Nice. And Mitch, I know you went to sleep. But thanks, Mitch. Thank you, COJ, for being part of this conversation. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Seriously, subscribe. I'm almost to 1,800 subscribers. It'd be really cool. I got to catch up with this fella right here.
And I got to catch up with both of these guys. So
and you're all in
feel
one.
free to subscribe too.
There we go.
Or
all
on
right.
Instagram. Follow.
It's true. Yeah, that works. Much love from Minnesota. Good night. Sing it, Mike.